We're going to use systems of equations to solve these word problems. So let's see how to set up the first one. So it says Sally spent $14.85 on 13 flowers. She bought two different types of flowers, lilies and tulips. Lilies cost $1.25 each, tulips 90 cents each. We're going to try to find the number of each type of flower. So let's assign some variables here. We'll call L the number of lilies that she ended up purchasing. So L is the number of lilies. We'll call T the number of tulips. So this is a quantity value problem because they give us a quantity of flowers. And the quantity of flowers is 13 altogether. And so the way we do that is we start with our assigned variable, and that assigned variable is L for lilies, so we'll start with that, plus the T for tulips. So the number of lilies plus the number of tulips equals the total number of flowers we have all together, so 13. And then we also have what I call a value equation. The value is, well, it says $14.85. That's the total value of all of those flowers together. So we're going to take the cost of those lilies, $1.25, and multiply it by the number of lilies that we purchased. And then plus 0.9 times the number of tulips I purchased. And this all equals $14.85. So from that point, we can go ahead and use elimination to solve. I'm going to multiply to cancel out the t value. So what do you think I have to multiply by to cancel out t? Well, if I multiply by negative 0.9, that would make a negative 0.9t, canceling out the t value down below. But if I do this, I got to multiply every equation by that negative 0.9t. So my new equation is negative 0.9L minus 0.9t equals 9 times 13 makes 117. So move the decimal back one space, you get negative 11.7. So I'm ready to add these together. This will give me 35 hundredths L, and then equals, and then this subtraction gives me 3 and 15 hundredths. And so from that point, I can do some division, and that will cancel out the coefficient of L and divide by 35 hundredths. So here's a problem that a lot of people have trouble with. And way back in 5th grade, they worked on this quite a bit. Division with decimals. And so we have to divide by whole numbers. And so that means we need to move that divisor's decimal 2 spaces to the right. You have to do the same with the dividends. So I move that 2 spaces to the right as well. And really I'm just dividing 35 into 315. Well, if you think of it this way, just cancel out this number here, this 5, and cancel out this 5. 3 goes into 31 10 times, so I know the number has to be big. So I'm going to try 9. So I go ahead and multiply. I get 45, carry a 4. 9 times 3 is 27, plus 4 gives me 31. So there it is, 9. So L equals 9. I had 9 lilies. Well, from there, you can find the tulips by using that quantity equation. So 9 plus t equals 13. Just subtract that 9 from both sides, and we'll have the number of tulips. So tulips equals 4. So 4 tulips, 9 lilies. Well, one more problem, similar to this last one. This is another quantity value problem. So let's take a look at it. So looking at the words that they have here, we have a math test, has 25 problems. That's a quantity. Some problems are 2 points, others are 3 points. A total of 60 points. This is a value. And find the number of 2-point and 3-point problems. There's the question. 2-point and 3-point problems we need. So let's do this. Let's assign for our 2-point problems T. Since T is the first letter in 3, let's go with the next letter in 3. How about H? So T represents the number of 2-point problems. That's the question there. Number of 2-point problems. And h represents the number of 3-point problems. So we're going to set up another quantity value problem. So looking at the quantity, I've got t, the number of 2-point problems, plus the number of 3-point problems, h, equals 25 problems altogether. Well, the value is 2 points for the 2-point problems. So 2t plus then the value of the 3-point problems, 3 points. So 3h equals the value of all those problems together makes 60. And so from this point, I need to use elimination to solve, and the way we'll do that is multiply that top equation by -2. So every number up there gets multiplied by -2, leaving me with a -2t minus 2h, and this all equals -50. So I just did -2 times each of those numbers. Well, from that point, now I can add these equations together because I get a variable to cancel. So in this case, I get these t's to cancel out, leaving me only with h equals 10. Well, there's my answer for h. H represented 3-point problems, so I know there's 10 3-point problems. Well, to find the 2-point problems, just substitute. Take that t, put it back into probably the quantity equation, put it in for h. So let's rewrite what we've got. So it would be t plus h, but in place of h we're going to put 10, equals 25. So you just have to subtract that 10 from all sides, and we've got our answer. So t, the number of 2-point problems, would be 15. So 15 2-point problems, 10 3-point problems. Well, that covers the word problems for today. So good luck on tonight's homework.